This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Boys Diabolical Season 1. And with this, I'm going to be going over a bunch of episodes that take place in the season, since the entire first season dropped, so there's going to be full spoilers for this. I'm also going to be mentioning if they are canon or not, and I think everything but episodes 1 and 3 are canon from what I've seen online and everything, although I'm not 100% sure on that. So, looking at it, we have our first episode, Laser Baby's Day Out, and this is a Looney Tunes parody where we get some pretty crazy things with a laser baby murdering a bunch of people that are trying to kill the laser baby. And there's also a scientist trying to protect her, and this is just a fun episode to start it out. And then continuing on, we have the next one where we just get the animated short where the soups kill their parents. I'm not gonna say all of it, but yeah, this is just a crazy episode inspired by, Rick and Morty, with both actors being in here to voice characters. And you could just see a full-on murder spree of different soups killing their parents because they had them injected with Compound V. Episode 3 is the one that you could guarantee does not take place in the continuity of the show. It is I Am Your Pusher, and this is set in the continuity of the comics, since you have characters like Butcher and Huey put in their own comic forms, which are pretty different to their forms in the show. But we also have Jack from Jupiter, who's never appeared in the Boys show, but is a member of the Seven in the comics. And we just get to see them torment and kill the superhero. Well, actually, two, and that was a pretty crazy one. I think this is my favorite episode of it because of how unique it is and that it is set in the comics, which is a pretty interesting thing. I am still in the middle of Volume 5, and that's just because I haven't had enough time to read, but it's still a really interesting one. We then get into the weird section, and this is episodes 4, 5, and 7. I'd say 6 is a little more straightforward, but still is weird. First one we have is Boyd in 3D, which is one about people using Compound V, and then they make them look ideally perfect, and then they go and destroy their lives. But we then learn it's all a hallucination as the guy has as he dies from trying out the Compound V face cream. So yeah, this is just a really crazy and weird episode where everything is, kind of made irrelevant since none of it really happened, besides like the first few scenes of the last one. And then going to episode 5, we have BFFs, and this one it's a weird one. This one's done in like an anime style, but also it has living poop that is attacking people and stuff, and we see it attack the deep. Honestly, I think it's one of my least favorite ones. I think it was just a little too over the top. It was still interesting, but I think it was a little too over the top. And then up next we have Nubian versus Nubian. And this one is a really crazy one, but not as crazy as the last one, where we get to see a married superhero couple that wanting to get divorced. Their kid is trying to keep them together and uses one of their old villains to try and do that. But then the kid realizes that their parents are so messed up that they just need to be apart. And yeah, that was a really crazy and wild episode. The next one is one that honestly I didn't care too much about. John and Sun Hee. And this is one where they use compound V to try to cure cancer, and that just turns into a giant monster, and the wife dies at the end. I mean, it's a sad one, but I think it was my least favorite of them. And then finally, to end up the season, we have the second best episode, 1 plus 1 equals 2, which is the origins of Homelander. And with this, we get to see how he definitely had to learn a lot, but also wasn't the full-on psychopath he is in the show currently. And we get to see him team up with Black Noir in his first mission, which turns out to be a bloodbath, but he's able to use his "You Are the Real Heroes" and a bunch of other methods to go and turn it around and make himself become extremely popular and look like a true hero. And I just really like the writing decisions in this because it was really interesting. We got to see a young, inexperienced Homelander, and we get to see just sort of the stuff that starts to turn him into a messed up person. I really like the storyline of this one, and as I said, this is the second favorite one, with my first favorite being the one set in the comics, because that one is definitely really interesting. And then, if we were to look at them, I think the next one would be either the Laser Baby's Day Out or the animated short where, the Soups kill their parents. And then, looking at them, we're sort of in, the weird section. And say, I'm not really sure, next would either be Void in 3D or Nubian versus Nubian. And then finally it would be BFFs. And then last place would be John and Sun Hee. Yeah, with all these, I think that's how I would rank them. And I think the show was still pretty good. It does have a lot of interesting stuff to put into the world of the boys. I definitely like the live action show a lot more, but I still think they did a really good job with this. And I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.